Hey everybody. Um, this is Tailgate Talk with me and Travis with Perfecto Projects, which is normally here as my co-host, is having problems with their phone. They sent me a message that they're in the comments. So they're at Starbucks trying to get a better signal, and they sent me a private message saying that they were having issues with their phone. So right now, you just got this guy. Uh, The Streetcar Chronicles is here. Buff's Garage is here. And Mr. Squarebody is here, of course. That car guy, what's going on? First Responder Garage is here. So let's kind of hang out. Hey, Sean Settles is here. Yeah, let's kind of hang out for a little bit, and it's kind of different just being the Lone Ranger because I don't have anybody to actually talk to. Hey, Jacob Carter's here. So we'll just, yeah, don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. There he is.
Hello.
There
Can
he
you hear
is.
me? Um, we're having
It's a little
technical.
bit, it's lagging just a little bit, but
Can you hear me?
that's all right. Yeah.
I can't. Her phone doesn't hold in my steering wheel like my phone does. My phone won't even. I can't even connect to the internet at all. So I'm just gonna hold this, and
Uh-oh.
hopefully it's not too shaky for everybody.
It'll be all right.
And I've never done this on a phone before, so I don't have any idea how to see the chat. Let's see if I can make myself disappear here.
Uh, go down to, I think it's more and chat, and the
Wait.
chat will kind of be an overlay of the video,
Okay, I
what's
can
going
see it
on.
now.
You won't really be able to see us, but you'll be able to see the chat.
Yep, I got it.
All right, Richard Pratt's here.
So how's it
Uh,
been?
uh, just, uh, just been doing.
Yeah, me too.
uh, ain't really been doing anything worth bragging about, but just been doing. Been working, trying to work some overtime and get some money gathered up for vacation this summer. So,
Awesome. That car
uh,
guy. Yes, this is a first gen Dodge.
yep.
It's
Let's
my
see. I think
old
I've
faithful truck.
seen Busted Grill Garages here. We got a pretty good crew in here.
Yeah, some new names that I don't recognize too.
Uh,
Oh,
that car guy, he's kind of local to me. I've hung out with him before. And
oh wait, that puts my finger over the screen.
47 is here. What's going on? So you guys are still in Colorado.
We are.
You're in a first gen Dodge in the Starbucks parking lot.
Well, we moved to the other side by the bank because Starbucks doesn't actually have. Uh, well, at least we couldn't pick it. They don't have Wi-Fi that we could pick up outside.
Oh,
So we moved to the other side because the lighting was better. The sun was right
okay.
behind me sitting at Starbucks. So
Yeah, I've I've set up my studio like I have been for the last uh, several shows where I'm actually got my shop door open. I'm facing my yard. It's out, and I get better signal that way.
awesome.
Uh, but I hung a light up on my awning in front of the shop, so once it gets dark outside, I won't be as dark or shadowed, I guess.
Nice.
Mrs. Squarebody said I need to hang a light up, and so I'm not in the dark whenever it gets dark outside. So,
So yeah, the headliner is almost completely fallen down in this one. Um, the the light is just about to let go of the back of it, and then it'll have to be removed, I guess.
No, just get a staple gun, staple it up.
Yeah. My
It,
dad,
it
he just got done rebuilding one, and I don't think it was very expensive. He took it out and had somebody. They just recovered his old headliner.
yeah. Hopefully they're a little easier on those to get out than the Chevrolets, the crew cab Chevys, because that, of course, yours are extended cab, so it's a little bit shorter. But the crew cab Chevys, the square
Yep.
bodies, they're, I think from the factory they put those headliner cards and everything in before they put the glass in the doors,
Oh wow.
because
So
they're hard to get in and out.
this one, you just have to take all the plastic trim around the top down, and it'll come down.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with the square bodies, but it's like too long to fit out the door. I mean, you have to have the seats out, or at least the front seat out. And yeah, the one I put, because Buddy, my crew cab, it didn't have a headliner originally, and I took one out of another truck, which is just the backing. It don't have the actual fabric or anything on it, but it's at least a little bit of insulation, because that you got that much room inside. It's just a steel roof, and it was so echoey.
Yeah.
Uh, but it ended up breaking off the left rear corner of it, trying to get it shoved in the door with the seat in and everything. It was tight, but
Well, I can let go of the phone
there you
now,
go.
but the strap that's holding it to the sun visor is now covering the chat thing. I turned it off so I could see where I was at. So I gotta slide this back over.
Okay.
There. Oh, we didn't think that through. I can't read the chat now because it's going through. We're not very good at this. We're not very good at this technology thing. Nope, that's not going to work. So the plan was Amber was going to read me the chat, and I was just going to be on my phone. But for whatever reason, my phone it says 5G and 3 bars, but 5G is grayed out and nothing will connect to the internet. So
Oh,
I don't know what happened. My phone, I guess, stupid Android, died on the way to the. Maybe it's shy. It doesn't want to be on a live tonight. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm working off 3 bars on a 4G, whatever that means. But so far it seems to be okay, I guess.
Well,
Uh, Turbo Tom said he's made it back to the USA. A little trouble getting in, searched and fingerprinted. Okay, I just seen the finger. I didn't. Okay, fingerprinted to make sure I wasn't wanted.
oh wow!
Yeah,
I didn't know he was out of the country.
uh, I'm trying to think if I remember maybe him saying something about last week or week before, but I can't
Yep.
remember where he said he went.
Last week was a total disaster.
Not really. We made it. We made it work. I mean, things happen. That's just the way it is.
Yep. Richard asked what Starbucks. We're at the Starbucks on Eagle Ridge. Want to come join us?
Yeah, you just have a parking lot party. You just sit on the tailgate and have tailgate talk.
Well, so I at the last minute I thought of the fact that we could do that, but I didn't bring any way to hold the phone. So
Oh,
it's nice out. It is really nice outside, and it's nice and quiet in this parking lot. The bank's closed, so
yeah, yeah. It's a nice day here in South Central Missouri. We got a little bit of rain sprinkling here and there, but I don't think it's gonna be too loud on the. I don't think my little microphone here will pick it up too much. I guess if it does, someone can say something. I can move inside, but
I
I
haven't
think
heard
it's
it
just
yet. So
yeah, it's just gonna be I think some scattered showers. But temperature's nice. It's a nice night to just hang out and visit with everybody.
nice.
That car guy said he went ahead and tore his headliner down, and
Yeah,
drove him nuts. It
I can.
kept tickling his bald spot. I can
Yeah,
relate to that.
yeah. This one's it's getting close. It's not quite there yet, but I will have to address it soon. I'm sure. It's only got like I don't know one little spot right here that's still glued.
Yeah. The headliner in Cream Puff, of course, it's just a single cab, but it's the vinyl with the little holes all in it,
Oh,
and it's the original. I tried to. That's one of my first, probably within the first 10 videos I ever done on the YouTube channel of trying to re-glue that to the original headliner card, and I could have done a better job. It kind of worked for a little while, but once it got hot, it just came back down. And for the longest time, the corner right behind my head has been hanging down. I could feel it touching the back of my head, my hat, and everything. And I just haven't really worried about it too much until we was getting ready to go to Oklahoma. It's like I don't want Buff to have to deal with that, so I took the staple gun and put some staples in it to staple it up to where it wasn't going to bother Buff too much whenever he's driving it.
nice. Apparently, my phone still has phone service because it's ringing.
Well, there you go.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, and we're connected to somebody's Wi-Fi.
U.S. Renal Care.
No, there you go. That car guy said he finally got married and on his honeymoon. Well, wow, he's on his honeymoon and hanging out with us. So hopefully that's not a bad sign. That
Yeah. Turbo Tom says never take cash across the border, I think is what that ends with.
yes, they'll take it. Oh, that car is grilling right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can read the first part of that, but I can't read the end of it.
Yeah, it says that was when Chad wore welding caps in his video.
Oh.
Yeah, I still do. Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm working underneath the truck, I like to wear my welding beanies because my hats just fall off. And
I've been experiencing that lately. I need to get a couple welding caps.
yeah. I mean, when I'm at work, of course, we're a food grade facility, the place I work at. So we've got to have hair nets, and I've got to have a beard net that covers my beard and all my facial hair. So, and I can't stand the hair net. So I've had the welding beanies for years. So I just have my Walmart sack or whatever sack full of my beanies at work that I rotate out and wear at work. And I have a couple at the house or at the shop that I wear at the shop whenever I'm doing stuff. 6% recycled is here. What's going on?
Hello?
So, what have you got exciting going on in Colorado?
So nothing real exciting, I guess. I don't know if you saw, or I think we talked about it last week, the Ram Chargers and the crew cab. I got those back.
Yeah.
But I've been working on the stuff that I had to do to basically buy them. I traded a bunch of work for them, so I've been working on that. I built a 727 for a guy. I'm working on rebuilding a 360 for him right now. And then I got to bring his truck in, and I've got to weld some exhaust on it, and a couple of just a few more things that I'm gonna do for him to help cover the cost of the projects I got from him. But really, that's about it. We went to a bowling party at Richard's house last week. I don't know if you saw the short Amber posted of his 55 running or 56 running, the 56 Chevy pickup.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that.
That's
Sounds
our top
pretty.
secret No Name Nationals entry.
Yeah, it sounds pretty healthy.
Yeah, that's the 406 out of my race car. So it should be pretty good. We're actually hoping to work on it this weekend. Start getting that ready to head to No Name Nationals in September. So It
Uh,
right now is a drive shaft killer.
we can relate.
Yes.
That car guy, Travis, what's done to the old Dodge? Cummins 5.912 valve, I assume.
So yeah, it's a 12 valve. It's got what is it? The POD injectors. It's got a stage 2 fuel pin, 3,200 RPM governor springs. The power screw's been turned up, whatever, just about to the maximum before it starts to run away. It's got a little baby turbine on the or exhaust housing on the turbo, so it gets rid of all the turbo lag, and everything beyond that is pretty much stock. Oh, it's got Hydro Boost.
Yeah, Hydro Boost brakes.
Everything else is pretty much stock. Eventually, it's going to get a lockup transmission, but I haven't. I've got most of the parts, but I haven't got everything I need to do that yet. So we're still working on gathering parts up for that.
Yeah, you've got more done to it than what I realized.
Yeah, when my dad built it, he did all the engine work when he first built it,
Mm-hmm.
and then all I've done to it basically is change the oil, and I did the Hydro Boost conversion and drive a bunch of miles in it.
Yeah. Ugly Truck Experience is here. It says late again.
Don't worry, I was
You're
late
never
too.
late. You're never late. Jacob, I'll get a hold of you about the hats, or message me about the hats after this. I've only got a few left right now that we've got to sell. I need to restock. I need to actually get a website going, but just haven't got around to that yet. Ryan, I think he's talking about the car that Richard's got.
Yeah, we're so I'll spoil it, I guess. This weekend we are going to do some rear suspension work because it's channeled, and it's got I think it's got a 10 bolt, maybe it might be a 12 bolt, but anyway, it's got 6-inch lowering blocks, and with the power that motor makes, and 6-inch lowering blocks makes for a nasty pinion wrap, and that's what actually killed the drive shaft. It pulled the slip yoke right out of the transmission when he drove it the last time.
Yeah.
If we have any
So
kind of cell service, we'll go live for a little
we're gonna try to we're gonna do a video on it, and we might try to do a little bit of live on it. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do yet, but I believe, and I might be lying, but I think it has a turbo 400 automatic, so it should run pretty good. It's
Yeah.
we don't know what the motor's going to be right now. It's got a 390 four barrel on it. I think it's going to have at least an 850, possibly tunnel ram. Don't know yet.
Oh, tunnel ram. I
Possibly.
think I'm going to be the only one at No Name Nationals without a tunnel ram.
Well, you could. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, I still got to get the engine built from last year that I've been, planning on building for last year's. But
Yeah.
hey, Jabo is here, so we can. This party's just getting started because Jabo showed up. Let's see.
Ryan says, "Do it, Chad."
Yeah.
Did you see that car guy's comment?
Yeah, I need if I can find a tunnel ram cheap, I might do it just because.
So, and what Amber said, that car guy left a.
Said sounds very similar to mine. Want to have a 12 valve on 12 valve race.
Oh.
So, yeah, sure, I would love to do that, but we have to do it somewhere close to my house. That way, if I break it, I don't have to try to tow it home from somewhere far away.
His is not fast, but it'll pull a house.
Well, I mean, he's close to me, so you could come up here, and if you have problems, you'll be at my shop.
Yeah, we could maybe work that out. So, Richard just showed up.
Oh, Richard showed up.
Yeah, he must have been on his way home from work.
So
Reading the comments here.
I think Mrs. Squareback, since when have you done what everybody else does? That is true. I tend to not do what everybody else does. I kind of do my own thing.
So, and I feel bad about that because I wanted a tunnel ram since I first built the truck, and then
Yeah,
I kind of feel like I'm following everybody, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway because I know that I wanted it way back when
yeah,
before everybody else had, or I knew everybody else had tunnel rams. Now,
yeah,
I'm kind of following, but I was already on that path before.
yeah. And see, and that's sometimes that seems like how my stories end up is like I have a plan, I have an idea, but I'm so slow to make things happen that by the time I get to doing my ideas, everybody else has already done it. I'm like, well, then I look like a Johnny come lately, and boy,
Yeah, and that's
not
kind of I guess
everybody.
what happened.
On my case, the 339, not a whole lot of people are stroking 305, so I'm pretty good. Got that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, enough people have that they had off the shelf pistons for it.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
Sure. Let's see if we
Junkyard D is here.
I didn't see anything.
can
Hi,
you see
Richard.
Richard?
Hola, how are you?
Everybody's
You
talking
look
shit about
taller
your
in
truck.
person.
Yeah, I have to crouch down.
That's kind of the same thing that happened to me with the tunnel ram, though.
Okay.
We am I back on screen? I can't see. I think so.
Yeah, you're here.
I planned to do it
Already knows it's in discussion.
in the beginning, but I got scared, and the reason I got scared is I didn't want to turn it a ton of RPM, and I didn't do enough research back then. I should have, because I would have never put the intake on it that was on it. I'd have just went with the tunnel ram if I'd known that I was gonna not have to turn it 7,000 RPM to use the tunnel ram. And so now that I've seen some recent dyno pools by people in the No Name National Compute community and other places that show that you can still have your peak horsepower below 6,000 even with tunnel ram, I'm going for it. And we'll just
Yeah.
hopefully it runs good.
Well, see, that's one of the things about tunnel rams that I misunderstood for years. I thought tunnel rams were for like high RPM screaming stuff, but they actually make more power through the low, mid range, and upper RPMs. But the long runners
Yes.
are better for low to mid range.
Well, and I guess it also depends on what tunnel ram you're talking about. Like the one that I
Yeah.
have is a street tunnel ram with those super long runners.
Yeah.
But with if you have one of those real short fabricated tunnel rams, I imagine that's mostly high RPM stuff. So
So that car guy says you should boost the little 305. Well, that is the plans for the future. I want to put the nitro system on there because I've already got it set up in the truck, and that's initially what I'm building the engine for is nitrous, but nitrous is just liquid boost. So this engine will handle any type of boost I want to put on it. So that is something I would like to do eventually, is put some whirly bird things on there and make some whistling sounds and have some fun with that. But I've got the nitrous setup, so right now that's what we'll deal with.
Chucky's here. Ryan says tunnel rams make power, and I'm assuming that says everywhere. It's covered up by my strap holding the phone. There's no limit.
Tunnel rams make power everywhere. Yes, they do. But I guess I should reiterate what I was saying is they make more power down low than what I realized they did. I guess I should say that.
The dyno test that I'm talking about, I don't know if you saw it, was just Mopar Joe, and he did it on a big block Chrysler. And I don't want to lie, but if I remember right, the tunnel ram made more power down low than even Edelbrock Performer RPM did.
Yeah,
so,
I could believe that. Yeah.
So that's going to be perfect for what that heavy truck's going to need.
Yeah.
Plus, it looks cool. That's what Amber said. Why are we putting this on? And she thought we were putting it on because it makes more power, and really we're putting it on because it looks cool.
It looks cool.
It does.
At that point, yeah, it may make more power, but it just looks cool. LP 94 is here. Lars. Yes. Because it looks badassery. And it does.
Yep. It does. I see. Well, here I can read the chat on. Apparently, my phone is now connected to somebody's. We're bootlegging some Wi-Fi here,
There you go.
so I can read the comments on my phone.
That car guy should keep it carb too. Understand the nitrous. Run what you got. It's hard to beat power per dollar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always, I mean, when it comes to the turbo stuff or boosted stuff, the sniper setup would be nice, but I've always wanted to play around with the blow through carburetor and build my own and try to play with that.
Yeah, I think that it fits better with if you're gonna do an old school engine to stick with the old school fuel system and do the turbo, because you can do a blow through carburetor. For the little bit of research I've done, doesn't look like it'd be terribly hard to do yourself. Or if you wanted to just pay for it, you can just buy a blow through carburetor already built.
Yeah. I'm not going to try to go into anything I know about building the blow through carburetor because I really know very little off the top of my head. I've done some research, watched some videos and all that stuff, but I'm pretty proficient in building carburetors. So yeah, it's not. I don't want to dumb it down and say it's not rocket science. There is quite a bit to it, but I think I can make it work.
I think you could too.
Dan from South Georgia here.
Hello, Dan.
Rich GTR or GT350Rs here.
Hello.
Busted Grill Garage. I'm kind of in the process of working with one of my shops to get a sniper system off of one of their project vehicles for dirt cheap.
Awesome.
So that might be interesting to see. I think I might. Well, I would only guess what it would go on because he's got a couple vehicles in his fleet that would work good on.
Yeah.
Oh, that carb guy says he can't make carbs work for, and so he'd be living vicariously through me. So yeah,
well, I'm gonna wait for you to do it, and then I can just copy you.
Okay, well, that works too. You can learn from my mistakes.
I wonder if I can do a tunnel ram and a turbo.
Well, see, and that was, I guess, at this particular moment, that's my only hang up with the tunnel ram.
Thinking you're gonna have to start
Because I really want to do the nitrous thing. I guess I could put dual plates on it.
So, as far as the nitrous thing goes, if I would like to get nitrous back on it, and we'll see what time and money allows. But if I do go back, I'm going to go to a 8-jet or an 8 nozzle fogger system and just spray directly in the runners on the tunnel ram.
There you go. Yeah. See, and that's the other thing is, then a boosted, a turbo setup on a tunnel ram. I'm not going to say it's not been done because I'm sure it's been done. Everything's been done at this point. Yeah. It's 2023. Everything's been done. But it's one of those things I can't put my finger on any one build that I've seen do that. So, I don't know. Especially a dual blow through carburetor setup with turbos. I don't know.
We'll see if I can make the dual carburetors work before we worry about trying to make them blow through it.
Yeah. There is that.
I'm not even trying to get it to run with 2 carburetors, let alone a turbo and 2 carburetors, or 2 turbos and 2 carburetors.
So I'm not sure what Ryan's already thinking about. Maybe the turbo setup with, because he's got snipers already on his tunnel ram, so he's kind of a step ahead. And he suggests a fogger setup too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a supercharger and tunnel ram. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what I come up with.
Yeah.
I need to get the engine built first, is what I need to do. I'll just be honest with everybody that's here. Is this last few weeks, I just, we've talked about it before, getting burnout on this YouTube thing or burnout in the shop. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be a YouTube thing. With this hobby, sometimes you just kind of get burnout and, need a break from it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, I'm not going to, springtime, I've got stuff going on outside the shop, on my place, and I'm trying to work some extra hours at work to make some extra money for vacation time coming up this summer. And so it's like, instead of pushing myself to burnout, I'm kind of getting ahead of it to where it's like, I'm just gonna ease up on everything, not worry about the YouTube videos, because I just been racking my brain. Like, what am I going to do? And what have I got time to do to make a quality video? It's like, and I come up with nothing. So it's like, well, you know what? I'll just not worry about it. We'll just go with the flow and so I don't get burnt out.
Yeah. I hear you. We've been recording a little bit the last couple weeks, but we got way ahead. We scheduled a bunch of videos out.
Yeah.
We were like 3 weeks ahead when we left to come here. And so we haven't been really filming as much as we could have been while we were here. So, which we kind of planned on that, because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is not interesting. I mean, I built a stock 727. There's not really a whole lot. I've already done that once on the channel. Not really a how-to, but like a this is my journey thing. So
yeah.
I'm not going to duplicate it and do another one. And then the 360 I'm building is basically just putting rings and bearings in an old 360 because the crank was bad in it. So I put a crank in it too. I didn't just put rings and bearings on a bad crank, but
whatever works.
Yeah, it's not really, I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch it, so I figured I'm not going to put it out. Kind of what Chucky talked about it. It's not a video that I would tune in to watch. So
yeah. Let's see. Ron Harrington's here.
Hello, Ron.
Yeah, Chucky Cross says, I agree completely with Chad. I'm tired of coming home after working 12 hours and then coming home working all day in the shop. Yeah, I mean, it does make for a long day. I mean, it's just one of those times, where it's like I don't really feel like working in the shop so much. I just want to come home and relax. And my work, I'm not working on vehicles all day, but I'm doing mechanic work.
Yeah.
So sometimes I kind of want to take a break from it, and sometimes I like my job. It's not hard. It pays good. But sometimes I don't like the fact that I do mechanic work for a living, because that makes me not enjoy it as much when I get home, even though it's a different type of mechanic work.
It's still turning wrenches.
Still turning wrenches.
How did Busted Grill just come on? How did everything go with his wife in the ER? Has anybody heard?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him. That's the other thing. I just kind of taken a break from a whole lot of everything. The messaging and social media and stuff like that. I just kind of get on there, cruise around a little bit, and watch some reels. But that's about all I've done lately. Just kind of took a little bit of a step back, but I haven't talked to him to see how everything is going. I know his wife had some issues. I hope everything's okay.
I've been forced to take a break from YouTube and Facebook. I can do Facebook occasionally at the house. YouTube is pretty much hopeless. I've been
Yeah.
watching a little bit of Motor Trend because my dad has DirecTV, so we have a whole bunch of old Motor Trend shows recorded.
Yeah.
So when I am ready to wind down, I've been watching some of that stuff. But it's been, we lived here forever, and it seemed like the internet was okay back then. I don't know if the demands on the internet have gotten that much higher in the last 5 years, or if his internet has gotten that much worse. But it's terrible. I mean, well, you saw how it was, and now we're in town, and my phone won't even work. And
Yeah.
I can't believe that this is a pretty populated area we're in. I would think that there would be good phone service here, and Amber's phone seems to be working okay, but mine is completely not wanting to do anything with the internet right now. So
It's probably been obsoleted. The planned obsolescence with an old phone.
well, that phone is only 4 months old.
Oh, okay. Well, it shouldn't be the problem.
You got it when we were back here last time.
In November.
Yeah.
So I guess it's 7 months old, but
Yeah,
it should still work.
Yeah. Ryan says, me too. Duddy and I just worked LS Fest, and Kenny wrap around his head around all the editing. Yeah, it's
yeah. That's another
Arrowhead Garage.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, Arrowhead Garage is here. I'm just kind of going through the chat.
Hello. We've officially decided that it's almost impossible to edit videos on our laptop. Like Amber was able to edit the video, but she couldn't she did all the cuts and everything by the sound because the video wouldn't even play. Our laptop is so terrible.
Oh,
and then
wow.
It took 4 hours to
So it might be
render
a
a
little
15-minute video. So yeah, we're probably done making videos while we're here. We might have to skip a couple weeks or a week that we didn't have any videos for when we go back to Alabama. And then we'll have plenty to edit when we get back there. So
We have a couple super short ones that'll be fine. But
Yeah. I mean, sometimes something is better than nothing as long as it's not just completely, I guess, garbage. I mean, and that car guy, he said, I learned the videos take up more time than what he has. I wanted to do No Name Nationals, but absolutely didn't have the time to make videos. And we can all understand that.
yeah.
I mean, that's a discussion we've had several times. I believe that doing these videos for YouTube, an hour project, what would normally take an hour or half an hour, can literally take all day. I mean, especially if you include the editing time and all that stuff, because
It
just
take
taking
all day just to do it, and then you've got to edit the video.
Yeah, so we completely understand that, because and that's part of where the burnout thing comes in. Is like, sometimes I just want to. I'm a mechanic. I don't have a choice. I was born into it. I don't know if I could say it's genetics, but I think it is.
Yes.
So I can't just step away from it. But when it comes to, sometimes I just want to do it because it's what makes me happy. That's part of what makes me tick. That's part of how I'm wired, is just working on stuff.
Yep.
And the video part of it, it can make it sometimes not as enjoyable. So that's how, what we say. We just kind of take a step back, and sometimes I I just work on stuff that I should be videoing because it may make a decent video, but I just want to work on my own trucks and and do my own thing for a little while. So
Yeah, I hear you.
all right, here's Jacob with Buster Grill Garage. She's good. Just some things that we're worried about with the kid. Spent 10 hours in the waiting room and 45 minutes in a room before discharge. Okay,
Wow.
so hopefully everything's okay. You know,
I hope
this
everything
is their
goes well.
this is their first one, their first little one. So I know it's stressful. I remember back, my baby boy is what, 20? He's 20 now. Wow.
Wow.
But the four kids that I fathered, and I raised six, but I produced four. But those four pregnancies were, the fourth one was no less stressful than the first one.
Yeah.
And maybe the fourth one was maybe somewhat more stressful because I knew more of what could go wrong. The first one I was kind of ignorant to the fact. I mean, obviously, the first one I was 16, so
Yeah.
pretty ignorant to all that could go wrong. I mean, I've been around cattle and livestock, so it's like, oh, they when they get ready to have the baby, they just have the baby, and you just got to be there to make sure they don't need help pulling it out. But humans are a little bit different.
Just a little.
So it's a little bit different, but it's a stressful thing, and when you have issues, it makes it even worse. So
Yes. I was
everybody,
both of my kids were uneventful pregnancies that I
They
don't.
made up for it as toddlers.
Amber said they made up for it as toddlers, but
yeah,
I don't recall any major problems
Yeah.
or challenges while she was pregnant. Everything was
Yeah.
went pretty well. So
yeah. 47 says he quit Facebook 3 years ago and doesn't regret it at all. And I haven't quit Facebook. Actually, Facebook is the only other social media I really traffic a lot, other than YouTube. I'm on Instagram a little bit, but I don't really post a whole lot on there. I just kind of get on there a little bit. But TikTok, I was on TikTok for a while and tried some TikTok stuff, but I deleted the app. I don't even deal with it anymore. But I stay on Facebook just to stay connected.
I can probably say I've never had TikTok installed on my phone.
Yeah, TikTok can be a rabbit hole, and
Yes.
sometimes not necessarily a bad rabbit hole, but it's a rabbit hole.
Well, Facebook Shorts can do the same thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm not Facebook. YouTube Shorts can do the same thing.
Well, the reels on Facebook are the same way.
Yes, same
Uh,
thing.
I've been on there before. So I was going to check out some reels real quick, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, holy crap!
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
Yeah, no. Oh, First Responder Garage says, "Are you with the beautiful Amber?"
I am. She's right here. That's her hand.
Yeah. Dan's asking what's different with the door jam switch on 84 and 85. Honestly, I don't know that there is any difference. If there is, I don't know for sure. I don't know. There shouldn't be any difference unless someone's put some aftermarket door jam switches or something on there.
Enjoy your dinner there, that car guy.
Oh yeah, he's done grilling. He's going to eat and enjoy his honeymoon.
Yes, congratulations. Hope you have a good
Yep.
time.
First responder says sometimes they need help pulling out as well. We're trying to keep up with bouncing back and forth with the conversations, but yeah.
Yes.
Steve says, too bad you didn't dyno the 305 before swapping to the 454. What does my butt dyno think the 305 would have made? Well,
With or without the nitrous?
well, that's the thing. It's with or without the nitrous. I'm thinking without the nitrous, and I didn't realize how wore out that 305 was till I tore it down.
Yeah.
But with the way it was, I'm kind of guessing maybe, it was over 200 horse, but not maybe 200 to 250 horse. But it didn't have the torque that this big block has. So that with a butt dyno, that's hard to compute sometimes. Because you could have this big block made 315 to the hubs, but a 300 horse small block is going to feel way different than a 300 horse big block.
Yes.
On the butt dyno. So it's really hard to say. Do your wives spend all day sending you TikToks and reels for you to spend an hour catching up with
No, I don't. I don't think Amber's ever sent me a TikTok.
It's because we're with each other 24/7. I'm just like, look at
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
You guys. Well, Mrs. Square Body still send me every once in a while send me like an Instagram reel or something like that. And sometimes even when we're sitting on the couch with each other, she'll send me one just to be funny. But
yeah, I do have a couple of friends that send me stuff once in a while, but not very often. It's usually worth watching when they send it though.
Yeah. So I've got a question. Where'd Richard go? Is he sitting in the?
No, he went home.
Yeah.
Oh, he was getting dinner for him and his wife.
Oh,
so
okay. Okay, so he just popped in and popped out. Okay, because I thought, well, maybe he's just sitting there waiting.
Nope, he stopped by and then went home. But he's kind of a long way from home here.
Still to the shop though.
Yeah, that's true.
Ish. We'll use that McAllister's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what are your plans for the week?
Well, I've got to work some overtime the rest of the week. So, see, tomorrow I work. I'm off tonight, so that's no big deal. But tomorrow I work from my normal shift from 7 to 3:30, and then I got to go back in at 11 o'clock tomorrow night for the 16-hour shift from 11 at night tomorrow night till 3:30 Thursday, and then I got to go back in at 11 o'clock Thursday night for 8 hours till 7 o'clock in the morning Friday, and then when I get home, I'm going to take a nap.
I would say a nap for sure.
Yeah. But Friday, I'm gonna come home, take a nap after work. Then we're gonna get ready to go to Springfield. We got the motel room reserved in Springfield for Friday night because Saturday morning I've got that the NSRA big show in Springfield.
Oh wow!
And
are you gonna have that recorded so you can make a video of your speech?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to record that. Of course, it's a big car show too. It's the big annual car show they have at Springfield. I got a video of it last year.
Nice.
I think I got some video of it last year. I'm pretty sure I did. And I mean, they're gonna have a car show. They got a road course set up out back where if I would have planned ahead, which I probably had plenty of time to do that, I just didn't think about it till yesterday. To put Squeaky in, like I've always wanted to do like a road course thing, which he's not set up for it, but why not? I mean,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
yesterday afternoon I worked a double yesterday, and yesterday afternoon or evening shift from 3 to 11 o'clock at night I was in the engine room, which I used to do. So I was sitting at a computer for 8 hours, and I got to catch up on my Motor Trend channels or shows that I haven't watched in several months.
yeah.
And see, on Roadkill Garage, they took what'd they take? Oh, the Disgusting and the Cougar, Bang Shift Cougar. They took those two cars and had a little road course set up, some cones and stuff, and that just always seemed like a lot of fun to me.
That
Just
does
to
sound
try
like
something like
fun.
not to, the truck is what it is, and even the drag racing it is what it is. It's just a fun truck, is all it is. It's not meant for anything, I guess, specific. It's just meant to have fun. But I think it'd be a lot of fun to do something like that. But I didn't plan ahead, so we're not going to be able to do that. But we're just going to hang out at the car show all day, and I plan on hanging out there at a Quick Performances booth for part of the day, and then we got our seminar that I'm going to be speaking as from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We got an hour deal there, so
Awesome.
It's going to be.
Do you have a speech written, or are you just going to wing
No.
it?
We're just going to kind of wing it. We've gone back and forth with everybody that's going to be speaking with Quick Performance. There's going to be I'm thinking 4 or 5 guys talking, because what they're doing is during that hour they're going to talk about the kind of the history of the GM trucks.
Okay.
And they're going to kind of briefly go through each body style, and that's where I come in. Is I'm going to talk about the square body style, but kind of the whole thing is how the GM trucks fit into hot rodding, because it's the National Hot Rod Association show. So it's and right now, especially the last 5 to 10 years, trucks have really become a big part of hot rodding.
Yes.
Which is weird to me, because that's all I've really ever had to hot rod. I've always hot rodded trucks. That's what I've had.
Yeah, I think that a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's a good, plentiful rear-wheel drive V8 platform that you can still get your hands on for less than $1 million.
Yeah.
For right now.
Yeah, I mean they're still expensive, or the prices right now are higher than what they were 10 years ago. That's for sure.
Yes.
But as far as a hot rodding platform, you can still find factory big block equipped trucks.
Yep.
And I mean half-ton short beds that were factory equipped with the 454.
Yep.
I can't remember. I've made videos of it, of when they were available, but I know the 70s, you can get the 454 and a half-ton short bed. And I think, if I remember right, in the 70s, you could get in a half-ton short bed, but you couldn't get it in a 4-wheel drive or a 1-ton or something like that.
Huh.
Hey, Dudes with Wrenches just showed up.
Hello,
What's
Dudes
going
with
on?
Wrenches.
And this is the link, everybody, to the after hours show. Copy and paste that, or copy that so you can paste it later, because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to make it automatically go to it. But I know the technology is there. I'm just not smart enough to do it. But there's a link to the After Hours show. Dudes with Wrenches asking what we're talking about. We were just talking about what I'm going to be talking about at the NSRA show this weekend. I got to speak there about hot rodding GM trucks, or how they fit into the hot rodding world, throughout the years. And that's all the GM trucks. So that's kind of what we were discussing right now.
With a few minutes left here, I was gonna let you know about this before the show, but my phone didn't cooperate. So next week I am not going to be able to do the live because I have a funeral to go to in Michigan. My grandma passed away this weekend, so I will not be able to do the live Tuesday.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
I appreciate that. It was kind of expected. She was not doing well, and she lived a long, full life. So I will be there on Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday I also won't be here because I will be on my way to San Antonio for my daughter's graduation from the Air Force.
Well,
so I'm out for 2 weeks after this one.
So Chad.
Okay.
So if you choose to do a one next week, I understand. If you choose not to, I also understand.
Yeah. Well, as for right now, we will just kind of leave that up in the air.
Okay. We'll leave it wide open.
We might take a break. I mean, so you won't be available for the next 2 weeks. Okay, that's no big deal. We'll.
And it'll be back to our week the week after that. So we'll return to our normally scheduled broadcast after. Hopefully, we'll be back in Alabama then, and we can.
Or at your house.
Or on our way back to Alabama. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for the next 2 weeks, I'm out on the lives. I won't be able to join you or host it. So.
Okay, no big deal. We'll figure something out. Not a problem at all, because family stuff obviously takes precedence over this. That's for sure.
So, yeah. I would go normally. I probably wouldn't go with the situation that I'm in right now, but my dad wants company, so I'm going to go with him. So
yeah.
Next Tuesday it'll be middle of nowhere, Texas.
And the following Tuesday, I don't know where I'm going to be. We'll be somewhere, hopefully near San Antonio by the time the live is supposed to go live. But we may not have made it that far yet. I don't know how that drive's going to go yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you maybe you could just go live on the road. Yeah.
Well, as well as I'm doing live sitting in a parking lot, I don't even want to try live on the road.
Especially in a rental car.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and put this link up again. This is for the After Hours show. We'll be going to it in just a little over we'll be shutting this one off in a little over a minute, and then we go to the After Hours. And at about 8:05, we'll take a little bit of 5-minute break, and then come back. And if anybody wants to get on here live with us, more than welcome to. And we'll just keep visiting. I don't know.
Well, and I think we're gonna try the driving live thing because I think we're gonna head home after this one's over. And
okay,
I'm gonna stay on Amber's phone. It seems to like to be on the internet more than mine. So
okay,
we'll just do that.
Yeah, we'll just wing it. That's entertaining, anyways.
Hey, you just said Apple is better than Android.
I know. I didn't. I said Amber's phone likes the internet more than mine. I didn't say anything about the fact that Apple is better than because it's not.
So that's exactly. I didn't hear that either. I didn't hear Apple is better than Android. I just heard that her phone just so happens to be working better at the moment than his phone.
That's exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
the fact that it's an Apple.
Yeah. Just
I don't wanna
because.
get pulled over.
All right. So I mean, at No Name Nationals, we had a Chevrolet truck and a Dodge truck throw drive shafts. There wasn't a Ford truck that threw a drive shaft. So does that mean that Fords are better? No.
No.
So.
I don't think there was even a Ford truck at No Name Nationals, was there?
Yeah.
There was Mr. Haney, but he was powered by a
Count, that's
Mopar.
Mopar powered.
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll end this off with at that point, and we'll be back in a few minutes on the After Hours Live. I appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out.
Thank you. Thanks for hanging out.
Steve Heighton says, "Do the Chucky driving experience. Hopefully, you don't get pulled over."
I'm gonna try not to.
All right. We'll see y'all in just a few minutes.
See you in a few minutes.